So I thought I'd heard it all when I heard about these pre- and post-date expenses that some ladies are asking for. What I didn't expect was to see a woman delusional enough to take it to court. Hey, it's Christine Grace. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another reaction video. Like the video on your way in. Let's get straight into it.
Mr. Sutton here invited me out on a date and then proceeded to walk out on the tab.
This man asked you to go with him on a date and then he left before the bill came?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me more. Let's start with, how did y'all meet? How do you know this man?
So I'm a social media influencer, and Mr. Sutton, the defendant, came on my page.
He slid into your DMs?
Yes, okay. Essentially. And we were discussing and we were talking for a couple weeks and we were just chatting over the phone. And he originally asked me out on a couple dates. First one being coffee and the second one being ice cream.
So look at the disdain in her face at the thought of a coffee date. Red flag number one.
Those dates took place?
No, ma'am.
Oh.
I don't drink coffee, first off. And
so get some water. Does it really matter?
And secondly, I'm lactose intolerant, so...
Oat milk.
Oh, we did not do coffee, nor did we do ice cream.
So plus, you declined those dates?
Yes, Your Honor.
Vegan ice cream is a thing?
Honor.
Okay, continue, ma'am.
Well, after we had continued talking, he shortly after decided to ask me out on a date. And we decided on dinner Friday at 5:30. Unfortunately, our original timing did not quite work out with my schedule. I had to reschedule on him twice. First time being with work, I was on a fashion shoot, and my shoot lasted a little bit longer than I was anticipating.
That happens. So, because this is how you pay your bills, I assume, ma'am. You're a full-time influencer.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I do think sometimes people hear that, Ms. Collins, and they can be dismissive. But the reality is,
we don't care.
Okay, so your shoot runs long. You have to reschedule.
Yes, that was the first one. Second, I ended up having to reschedule on him a second time because my father did fall ill, and he lives. Thank you.
Yeah.
He does live nearby, so I tend to go over there and take care of him every now and again.
Okay, so there's two reschedules. He's understanding, I suppose. And then how do you actually get on the date?
Well, eventually our schedules ended up working out and we were able to make it on time.
Great.
So we scheduled for 5:30 on a Friday, and I was a little bit late.
How late? Ma'am?
We scheduled for 5:30. I showed up at 6:15.
45 minutes late.
Mr. Sutton, I promise.
Imagine if you turn up for a job interview 45 minutes late. That's the irony of people who turn up to dates late. It's like you wouldn't turn up to a job interview that late because, well, your life depends on it, right? And it's your job, it's your livelihood, you know, you're resting your faith on that job to give you money so that you can live. So why would a date be any different? If this person is going to potentially be your partner for the rest of your life, the person who holds your hand when your parents die, the person who's with you at, you know, the most beautiful and tragic events in all of your life, the most important investment you can make is choosing your spouse. Why would you place more priority on a job interview over a first date? Because a first date is essentially an interview to be your spouse. Craziness. I can't understand the logic.
I did not fail math. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Okay, 45 minutes late, ma'am. That's not a little. Go ahead.
I got stuck in traffic.
Ma'am, come on. And how was his energy when you showed up 45 minutes late? Because this is the first time y'all are seeing each other in person, correct?
Yeah.
And you've blown him off 2 times already. I'm shocked he waited the 45 minutes, to be honest.
Yes.
Okay. So you can see that doesn't make like a great impression. So to the extent he was excited to see and meet you finally, that might be compromised after 45 minutes of waiting on somewhere?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. But you get there.
She looks really annoyed that the judge isn't understanding her. Because she's probably someone who's very used to getting away with things. She's very used to, you know, a certain lifestyle, certain positive reinforcements from like the kind of female influencer community online. Like, everything passes in those communities. There's no real pushback to anything. There's no challenge on anything. There's no constructive criticism. Any constructive criticism is like, oh, you're a hater. So yeah, you can tell she doesn't like this.
How was it?
Very, very small chit chat, just pleasantries in regards to when I show up. And I'm a little frantic because I know that I'm running late. So,
Were you apologetic, ma'am?
of course.
Okay.
Yes. So sitting down, the waiter originally comes over and I go ahead and I order myself a margarita because they're my favorite. And I have not eaten all that day. So I'm starving. So I originally go ahead with my margarita, order
I
a calamari as well.
Okay.
And
Did you ask him if he wanted anything to eat,
Thank you.
ma'am? No, I'm just, because we're getting your order in, but.
well, I assumed that he would have ordered something if he wanted anything.
So the answer is no.
No,
At this
I did
point,
not
You
ask.
just ordered your margarita and your calamari. Okay.
Yes,
And
he
that's
had a
what you-
drink already.
Okay. Well, I would hope so if he was sitting there waiting for you for 65 minutes. That's my rule. And then do you proceed to order more food?
Yes.
Okay.
Later
What did you
on.
order, ma'am?
Well, after I finished the original appetizer, I went ahead and I ordered another drink. And
Also a margarita?
yes.
Because I just want a visual. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. And I don't really like to drink on an empty stomach. So I not only had the calamari, but I also had the fried alligator. And
Now, was that just still a starter, or have we gotten to your entree yet?
no, that was just the starter.
Okay, let's go. What did you get for your entree, ma'am?
I got a salmon.
Okay, so you had the calamari, you had the fried alligator, you've had 2 margaritas at this point, and now you've got a plate of salmon?
Yes.
Okay, and did you get any more cocktails?
I did get one more cocktail.
Okay, so you had
with my
3
dinner.
drinks. Okay. Do you have an itemized bill that the court can look at, ma'am, and see?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and proffer that to my bailiff.
Just have everything.
I'll take everything. And while you are doing that,
I feel so sorry for this man. I feel so sorry for this man. I don't even know where this is going to go, but I can probably guess that she wants him to pay for everything. It's just crazy. Like, you're going somewhere that serves alligator. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but over here in the UK, like, that is not... I don't think I've ever been anywhere where I've seen alligator on the menu. And if I had, I would imagine it would be some kind of Michelin star restaurant. Like, by the sounds of that menu, this is not just like your average place. Say, I don't know what stores you guys have in the UK or restaurants, but say you go to like a Wagamama's or a Nando's or whatever the American equivalent of those chains is. And, you have a nice time and the guy offers to pay at the end. And, you're probably going to see him again, then like, fine. Like, it's not going to be crazy expensive, but it's like, you've just met the guy. You're already late. You're already ordering. Like, a lot of guys like to be chivalrous. I know a lot of men are fed up with it too, but there are still many men who are still quite chivalrous, who, if you go out for a meal, like, they will offer to pay. We know this as women. So if you're a woman who knows this, like, I cannot imagine turning up to a first date and just ordering, unless you already know, like, I'm absolutely putting my card down on the table. It's just not a good look. Like, it makes you look like a gold digger. It's not a good look.
you know what they say about stories, there's 2 sides. Let me get to you, Mr. Sutton. Thank you for your patience here, sir. Let's get to what you can
Oh, I feel so bad for him.
corroborate. You meet this woman on social media, she's very beautiful. You slide in her DMs, you start communicating.
Yes, Your Honor.
You find out that she's a social media influencer professionally, bada bing, bada boom, somebody's number is exchanged, y'all start talking on the phone.
Yes.
At what point, sir, do you decide, I am interested enough to take her on an in-person date?
Well, I was interested very early on. I asked her out.
That's it. Being sued for $218. What is that? Like, just under 200 quid? This woman is ridiculous. Also, what kind of restaurant is serving alligator? And that's not costing like 100 quid alone. That is crazy. I'm glad that this guy, though, is letting this woman take him to court. Like, he's not just caving. He's not just going to give the money to shut her up. Good on him.
2 times. Both times she turned me down.
So then, after 2 cancellations, and did you believe those cancellations?
To be completely honest,
You better be. You're sworn in.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the first scenario, the modeling, I don't know much about it. I think she could have taken maybe 10 or 15 seconds just to send me something.
Yep.
She told me like 10 minutes before our date. I've already
He's got a wedding ring on. Is this real?
driven there. That was very upsetting to me.
Okay, she left that part out. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and then as far as the second incident is
With her father's illness.
Yes, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No, I understand. The court agrees with that.
Yes.
Okay, so for finally,
Yes.
we get on a dinner date, and you concede, Mr. Sutton, that you did ask her on the third date, and it was your idea to say, you know what? You don't like milk, you can't do lactose, you don't like coffee, let's go to dinner.
I said, let's go to drinks, not dinner. I never said
See,
anything.
you got to clear it up. See, Mr. Sutton, because this is how I'm going to make my ruling. So you're
Yeah, but he's got to clear what up? He said drinks. He's the one who said drinks, not... He's the one who said drinks, so she's the one who started ordering food. So why has he got to clear that up?
telling the court that you said nothing about dinner. You said, let's go to drinks.
I said, let's go to drinks.
Ms. Collins, did he say, let's go to drinks?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, continue, sir.
First, she reschedules twice, as we've mentioned, and then finally we lock in a date, and it's during happy hour.
I noticed that. I didn't want to say nothing.
5:30.
But when you said that y'all were meeting at 5:30, it's happy hour. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, and I made that explicit that I wanted to meet at happy
Oh, you said that. Okay.
Yes.
And one thing I like about somebody that's direct is you know what to expect. So there's an indication when someone says, I want to take you out during happy hour, you know what time it is.
Serious.
Right? I mean, hello.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, sir. So you own that you are looking for a happy hour experience. Continue.
Yes, so I get there at 5:20, Your Honor, and I get a phone call from her at 5:25 saying she'll be a few minutes late.
Okay.
I interpreted few.
That is, oh my goodness, that is infuriating. Like, just be honest. Just be honest. I've had a date before where the person was late. And he was honest about it. Just, I'm stuck in traffic. Literally showed me his Google Maps. I'm literally stuck in traffic. I'm going to be half an hour late. Fine, no problem. I was there early, but like, he can't control that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's an incident that's happened there and then that's caused him to be late. He left on time. He would have been there on time. But it just so happens that something out of his control has happened. So fine. But if that guy had said to me, I'm going to be a few minutes late, and then turned up half an hour late, then I would probably be irritated. It's just about honesty. You know, even if she was like, she knew she wasn't going to be ready on time, let him know before he leaves. You know, someone might be a bit irritated because punctuality, this, that, and the other, but it's like we're human beings. Like, we try and, like he said, give each other the benefit of the doubt, understanding each other. Like, you guys have already made it clear that, like, you're interested. So, like, you're not a couple yet. You don't have any real, like, commitments to each other. Like, just be honest about things. But it's the sneakiness of, like, I'm going to be a few minutes late.
Few minutes as a few minutes. I guess
And
that
then
means
you
something else
found
to
out
her.
it was 45 minutes.
It was 45 minutes.
Right.
I ordered one margarita, and the waiter felt so bad for me. He slipped me another one at the happy hour price after 6 o'clock when that ended. She finally shows up at 6:15. I'm a little annoyed at this point, but
I would
I'm trying
imagine.
to keep it together.
Now, did she look like her photos?
She did. She was gorgeous.
Okay. No, she is.
Yeah. And she finally sits down, and the conversation
Was she
a little
apologetic when she showed up 45 minutes late, sir?
I mean, she mentioned it vaguely, but it was.
But you didn't really feel like it was heartfelt?
No, it felt very.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious the kind of woman that this lady is.
She sits down, she orders herself a drink.
Yes. Well, she orders herself more than a drink. She orders a calamari as well. We have a very, very brief conversation.
Let's back up.
Yes.
When she orders the cocktail and the calamari together, I presume,
Yes.
were you surprised because your offer was drinks?
Of course. Yes, I was very surprised. I wasn't hungry. I ate beforehand.
Oh gosh, I'm just realizing why he's brought it up. She said I hadn't eaten all day. And she turned up to drinks, having not eaten all day. What she said is completely fair enough, by the way. Like, she doesn't like to drink on an empty stomach. I completely understand that. Not a good idea. Not a good idea to get drunk at all, but if you're going to drink, definitely not on an empty stomach. Fine. But when you start placing the pieces together, why had she not eaten all day? This is a woman who just, runs on autopilot and hopes that the world accommodates to her. This is not someone who actually has a genuine interest enough to plan her day around it. It's about priorities. Handsome man asks you on a date, you're going to prioritize that date if you're genuinely interested. I'm a girl. I have girlfriends. I know what it's like if you're excited to meet someone. You make it a priority. So the guys asked, let's go for drinks. So you should make sure you're prepared to drink. Make sure you've eaten. Also, why would you, if you're a girl, okay, all girls know what it's like to be hangry. When we are hungry, we are just ugly, ugly beings. Why would you want a guy's first impression of you to be you when you're hangry? You're going to be irritable. You're going to be, maybe a bit snappy. You're going to be maybe a bit moody. Wow.
We said we were meeting for drinks specifically, and I just didn't think she was going to be ordering food. And I don't eat fried food like that.
And even if she did order food, make it clear you're ordering it for yourself. I'm going to get some calamari. Do you want anything? Just set the tone. Because it's fine. You want to get some snacks, whatever, pay for your own snacks, or when the bill comes, I'll pay for what I got. Oh,
either, Your Honor.
Right. Well, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. The point is, as you said drinks, she starts ordering cuisine.
Exactly.
And you are shocked, but you don't say anything. You're just shocked. Now, at that point, because I'm just curious, were you contemplating the possibility that maybe there was going to be a split check at some point? Maybe if she's hungry, she'll take care of her food, but allow you to treat her to cocktails because that was the nature of the agreed upon date?
I thought we were meeting up just for drinks,
right.
And I thought she was going to maybe fit the bill for her, but what she did in the subsequent moments made me question the entire thing.
Okay, so what did she do there?
Well, by the time the waiter brings over the food and the margarita, she is on her phone. She's on social media, she's posting, and she starts acting like I'm not even there.
What? That is a huge red flag, man or woman. Imagine you're at first day and they just start going on their phone.
Well, I am going to be taking photos and I am taking videos. I'm with a handsome young man, and I suppose, yes, considering the fact that I am an influencer, it is working.
Okay, so you're working on the date. You now feel...
I usually don't bring my work to a date.
And let's get to that, sir. What do you do for a living?
I am a substitute teacher.
Okay. What grades?
K through 12. I'm able to
go everywhere. You're certified.
Yes.
That's excellent, sir. Okay, so you work in education. You're now on a date. Your date shows up 45 minutes late. She immediately pulls out her phone and starts engaging and really working on the date.
Yes.
While she's ordered so far a calamari and a margarita.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the waiter comes by again and still ignoring me, and she orders her second round of drinks and a crispy alligator. Another top shelf margarita, by the way. I'm getting really fed up at this point, as I think any reasonable man would be.
Okay.
And the waiter is about to come around a third time, but I said, let's try to give this one more chance. And I try engaging in a conversation with her.
I can't believe this is real. I'm thinking about this TikTok that I saw recently, and it was this guy, I think he was a gay guy, talking about how podcasts like Modern Wisdom with Chris Williamson, Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett are incel shows, and talking about how women are bad, this, that, and the other, and painting a picture of what women are like. Do these people not see things like this? I can't believe this is real. I can't believe that women are allowed to get away with this. And it's so common. I actually saw something recently. I was out eating and I saw, I think, a first date. It looked like a first date happening in the corner of my eye. And there was a moment where I felt really awkward for the guy. Average looking guy, probably average looking girl, but really full face of makeup, hair extensions, fairly provocative clothing. So I kind of just noticed a bit of an odd dynamic there. I thought, men, she's showing it all, fine, whatever. But there was a moment where I felt bad for him because it seemed like he was really trying to get to know her, and she was genuinely sat at the table like this. I don't know if you can see my phone. That is so rude. That is so rude. Even if I'm with a friend, if you start doing that, that is so rude. I don't have the patience for that. You don't have the patience for anything. That's why you need to go on your phone, because your attention span is absolutely cooked.
And I asked her about her father. She just ignores me. She doesn't even engage in the conversation, which calls into question everything else that came before.
Okay. When did she order the salmon, sir?
She ordered the salmon at the end. That was the third time
Okay.
they came around. Yeah, so she wasn't even done with the previous place before she starts ordering more food. And so she orders the salmon and the other drink, and I'm just fed up. I can't take it anymore. I'm seeing red. And I just decide I have to leave right now, else I'm going to make a big mistake.
What's a big mistake?
I felt like I would explode, Your Honor. I was just so angry and felt so disrespected.
Oh, well, okay. So how do you get out, literally? Like, how do you excuse yourself at the table?
Yes, Your Honor. I told her I was going to go to the restroom.
Right. Said another way, what lie did you make up to get out of this horrible situation?
Yes, I told her I was going to the restroom, and I V-lined for my car, and I didn't look back.
Okay, so you never even went to the restroom?
No, I never went to the restroom. No.
Oh, Miss Collins. Sir, do you have any evidence for the court?
I do, but I would just like to add, the next day she did text me about this, and she said I was rude to fit her with a bill like that. And
she said you were rude.
She said I was rude. I told her she was rude to show 45 minutes late, and she was rude to ignore me.
Yeah, very rude. And to sit there on your phone as well is just unbelievable.
I did pay for my drinks, though. I sent her that money digitally, and I have that here for you as well.
Yeah, offer that up to the court. Woo-wee!
I mean, if I were him, I would have gone to the bar and paid for what I had got and then V-line for my car. Beeline, whatever the saying is. I probably wouldn't have just left. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do in those situations. And again, I know you're all going to be in the comments like, oh, well, that's what she would have done to him. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Women are often worse than men in these situations. But I'm just a firm believer of two wrongs don't make a right. I personally, in that situation, if I were him, would have found a way to say, hey, I want to pay for what I got, pay it, then leave.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a clown for disappearing on our, quote, date and not paying. This is from the plaintiff. Defendant says, I said I wanted to meet for drinks, that's in caps, not dinner. Madam plaintiff says, you're just full of it and cheap. Defendant says, just sent you $20 for my drink. Go find another sucker. I ain't the one.
Sensational.
I do see where there was a digital $20 sent. Ma'am, did you receive this money?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't think I have to hear any more from either of you two. I've seen this story before. The court is ready to rule. Now, nobody hates a cheap man more than me. Nobody. What this court will not condone is women or men coming into my courtroom under the guise of chivalry when what they're really doing is dating for dinner. Ma'am, you are dating for a meal. It's low integrity, it's anti-feminist, and for lack of a better term, it's trifling. Believe it or not, counterintuitive, you cheapen yourself. You cheapen yourself. You become a version of a type of prostitute.
I love this woman. Who is she?
I'm just going to tell it to you plain, and I don't believe that's what you intend. Now, if this is a man you are seeing, if this is a man you are dating actively, if this is a man who you've invested time and energy into as well, then your expectations should rise according to that mutual investment. And then, Mr. Sutton, you do have to put up or shut up. But at this point, the court is not convinced that you did anything wrong. In fact, the court is convinced, ma'am, that you operated in bad faith, that you wasted this man's time. So the court completely dismisses the plaintiff's claim of $218.69. That is my ruling.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if that had gone any other way, I would have been completely shocked. But it's absolutely true what she's saying. These women, they talk about doing this whole dating for dinner, dating for drinks thing like it's some kind of flex, like it's a huge hustle. But she's absolutely right. You are just making yourself a prostitute. You're making yourself a different kind of prostitute. You might not be sleeping with them, but you're still getting them to pay for your time. And that does make you less of a woman. That does make you have less integrity. And it absolutely is anti-feminist. You know, you care about women, but then you go around making men think that that's how we are. How are you supporting women when you're damaging our reputation to men like that? Disgusting. But that's just what I think. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comment section below? As always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up on your way out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to keep up to date with all of my content. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do that by clicking the various links in the description below at Buy Me a Coffee or via PayPal. And on that note, guys, thanks for being here. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.